Hi there, welcome to Rumor Spill. Samuel L. Jackson, a renowned actor and a vocal supporter of Black empowerment, has consistently used his influence to advocate for enhanced rights and opportunities for Black artists. His stance on the portrayals of Black individuals in the media, particularly by fellow artists Steve Harvey and Tiffany Haddish, has been one of stern criticism. Jackson argues that their depictions often reinforce negative stereotypes about Black people. Interestingly, Jackson's critique extends beyond just these two celebrities. He expresses concern about a broader issue within the Black artistic community, the tendency of some to leverage their public platforms in ways that perpetuate unhealthy behaviors and stereotypes rather than using their influence for positive change. His long-standing disagreement with Steve Harvey, stemming from a deep-rooted feud, exemplifies this viewpoint. The debate over the representation of Blackness in Hollywood has been reignited by Taraji P. Henson's candid accounts of unfair treatment within the industry. This brings into question the roles of Steve Harvey and Tiffany Haddish. Are they perpetuating Black stereotypes? Samuel L. Jackson, along with several other Black artists, have joined this conversation, widening the discourse to include the responsibilities of Black artists in shaping public perception.
Steve Harvey and Tiffany Haddish, in particular, have been labeled as industry plants accused of selling out and reinforcing harmful stereotypes. Criticisms have been directed towards their alleged portrayals of Black people as loud and ignorant, especially in the eyes of white audiences. These accusations gain further weight considering Jackson's own substantial contributions to the Black rights movement and his legacy as a legendary actor.
His critique of Harvey and Haddish, accusing them of caricaturing Black identities, has sparked a more serious discussion about race and racial profiling. The origins of Jackson's animosity towards Steve Harvey can be traced back to a feud inherited from his close friend, the late Bernie Mac. Jackson's wariness of Harvey's public and professional reputation began in the early 2000s, further fueled by the complex dynamics within their shared professional circles, including comedians like Cedric the Entertainer and D.L. Hughley. This tension was notably present during the First Kings of Comedy tour, where Harvey and Hughley's partnership was strained by clashing egos. Rumors of Harvey's jealousy towards Bernie Mac, particularly regarding his audience appeal and comedic integrity, added fuel to the fire. The depth of their rivalry was highlighted by accusations of Harvey attempting to undermine Mac's career and even steal his jokes. Cat Williams, another prominent figure in the comedy scene, has also been vocal in his criticism of Harvey. Williams accused Hollywood of pressuring Black male comedians, including Harvey, to dress in drag as a demonstration of their willingness to do anything for fame and fortune. This, according to Williams, contributes to a broader agenda of emasculating Black men on screen, thereby perpetuating negative stereotypes within the Black community. Moreover, Williams has been scathing in his assessment of Harvey's comedic talent, branding him as a fame-hungry industry plant. In a particularly heated interview, Williams claimed that Harvey's success was unearned and that his presence in the industry was merely a product of his willingness to conform to its demands.
Harvey's public statements have also drawn criticism for their problematic nature. His views on relationships and morality have been labeled as misogynistic and insensitive, particularly his comments on infidelity and atheism. These statements have not only tarnished his reputation, but also reflect poorly on the wider Black community, perpetuating stereotypes of ignorance and backwardness. Turning to Tiffany Haddish, her public antics and professional choices have frequently landed her in the center of controversy. Instances such as her behavior at the Video Music Awards, where she was seen pursuing Shakira and disrupting her performance, drew widespread criticism. The public's reaction to Haddish's nonchalant response to these accusations was one of disappointment and frustration, as her actions seemed to play into negative stereotypes about Black women. Haddish's handling of the situation was perceived as dismissive and inappropriate, with social media users expressing their dismay at her lack of apology and decorum. This incident, among others, has painted Haddish in a light that aligns with the criticisms of her perpetuating stereotypes of loud and ignorant Black women.
Even her professional achievements, such as her Emmy Award for Guest Actress in a Comedy Series, have been overshadowed by her failure to address important issues like diversity and representation in Hollywood. When given the opportunity to speak on these matters, Haddish has often been accused of missing the mark, much to the disappointment of many who see her as a potential voice for change. Cat Williams' critique of Haddish further exacerbates these perceptions. In a candid interview, he claimed that Haddish's success was not based on talent or originality, but rather on her ability to fit a certain stereotype of black women: loud, brash, and willing to conform to Hollywood's expectations. This accusation of colorism and tokenism in her rise to fame has been a point of contention within the black entertainment community. The lawsuit involving Tiffany Haddish and fellow comedian Aries Spears in 2022 brought further scrutiny. They were accused of coercing minors into participating in inappropriate skits, leaving the children traumatized and distrustful. Though Haddish addressed the controversy, stating the sketch was meant to be comedic but wasn't funny, the lawsuit's sudden dismissal and the plaintiff's subsequent apology raised eyebrows and sparked rumors about the true nature of the incident. This controversy, along with her subsequent claim of financial and professional ruin, has left many questioning the sincerity of her public persona and her status as an industry plant. The lack of lasting consequences for her actions compared to the fallout experienced by other black artists for lesser offenses only adds to these suspicions. Samuel L. Jackson's role in this narrative is crucial. As a respected figure in the black community and an advocate for racial equality, his criticisms of Harvey and Haddish are not to be taken lightly. His efforts to address racism in Hollywood, drawing from his experiences and activism, underscore the importance of responsible representation in the media. Jackson's outspokenness on these matters reflects a broader concern for the portrayal of black individuals in popular culture. He has been unafraid to confront artists like Harvey and Haddish directly, urging them to reconsider their roles in perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Online discussions about these controversies reflect a growing weariness among audiences with the behavior of certain black celebrities. The portrayal of blackness in the media is a complex and nuanced issue, and the actions of individuals like Steve Harvey, Tiffany Haddish, and others have sparked a debate about authenticity, representation, and the responsibility of artists to their communities. The question then becomes, are these portrayals reflective of genuine black experiences, or do they serve to reinforce damaging stereotypes? The opinions on this are varied and complex, and it's a conversation that continues to evolve as more voices join the discourse. The ongoing debate over the representation of black culture in the media is further complicated by the interplay of celebrity feuds and public image. Samuel L. Jackson's critiques of Steve Harvey and Tiffany Haddish bring to light a larger conversation about the role of black artists in shaping societal perceptions and the potential consequences of their actions. Samuel L. Jackson's involvement in the Black rights movement and his commitment to advocating for racial equality lend significant weight to his opinions. His criticisms of fellow artists are not just personal grievances but reflect a deeper concern about the impact of media portrayals on the perception of black people. Jackson's activism, combined with his experience in Hollywood, positions him as a credible voice in discussions about racial representation. Jackson's perspective is not isolated. Other prominent figures in the black community have echoed similar sentiments, expressing disappointment and frustration with the way certain artists are perceived to contribute to negative stereotypes. This collective voice highlights a broader concern about the responsibility of artists to their communities and the potential harm caused by reinforcing harmful stereotypes. The portrayal of black individuals in the media is a nuanced and multifaceted issue. While some artists are accused of perpetuating negative stereotypes, others are celebrated for their authentic and positive representation of black culture. This dichotomy underscores the complexity of navigating public perception and the impact of celebrity influence. The conversation about representation in Hollywood is not just about individual artists, but about systemic issues within the industry. The experiences of black artists, as shared by figures like Taraji P. Henson, shed light on the challenges and barriers faced by black individuals in the entertainment world. These revelations call for a deeper examination of the industry's practices and the need for greater diversity and inclusion. The accusations leveled against Steve Harvey and Tiffany Haddish are part of a larger discourse about the role of black celebrities in perpetuating or challenging stereotypes. Harvey's alleged jealousy and competitiveness, as well as Haddish's public controversies, are symptomatic of broader issues within the entertainment industry. Their actions and the public's reaction to them raise questions about the expectations placed on black artists and the pressures they face to conform to certain images. The lawsuit involving Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears and the subsequent fallout highlight the complexities of navigating public image and accountability. The swift disappearance of the scandal and the lack of lasting consequences for Haddish contrast sharply with the experiences of other black artists who have faced severe repercussions for their actions. This disparity raises questions about the industry's standards and the factors that influence the treatment of different artists. Samuel L. Jackson's role as a respected member of the black community and his efforts to confront racism in Hollywood are crucial in this context. His willingness to speak out against negative stereotypes and challenge fellow artists to do better reflects a commitment to promoting positive change and holding the industry accountable. The online discourse surrounding these controversies reflects a growing desire for authenticity and responsible representation in the media. The debate over whether certain artists are sellouts or true representatives of black culture is indicative of a larger conversation about the power of celebrity influence and the responsibility of artists to their communities. In conclusion, the representation of black culture in the media is a complex and ongoing conversation. The actions and portrayals of artists like Steve Harvey and Tiffany Haddish, and the criticisms leveled against them by figures like Samuel L. Jackson, are part of a larger discourse about the impact of media on societal perceptions of black people. This conversation highlights the need for greater awareness, diversity, and inclusion in the entertainment industry and the importance of responsible representation in shaping public perception. Subscribe Rumor Spill for more videos.